joining me again, YouTube, and this is day 5 of the 31 days of BPD. Today I'm going to be going through the first sign and symptom taken from the DSM-5, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders, number 5. And there are 9 signs and symptoms to borderline personality disorder. You need to have at least 5 or more to be given a diagnosis, and to get a diagnosis you really need to see a psychiatrist. So I'll be talking about getting diagnosis in later videos. But what does this mean? So what does this mean? Should I read it out first? That might be good. So number 1, sorry, I'll just read the heading for this, taken from the DSM-5. So borderline personality disorder, a pervasive pattern of instability of interpersonal relationships, self-image and affected mood, and marked impulsivity beginning by early adulthood and present in a variety of contexts as indicated by 5 or more of the following. Now I'm going to do a video for each one. I found when I got diagnosed I wanted to find out as much as possible about this illness, and as I read more and more, it was, you know, it's kind of like, wow, that's me, and I know that my friends who have BPD, love you guys, they also have the same kind of like, whoa, this is me. So you may have that. If you do feel like any of these pertain to you, this one I'm going to be talking about, then or maybe you're doing this because your partner's just been diagnosed with BPD. If they have and you're watching this, you are seriously awesome, because it really makes a difference for people's partners, family, friends, you know, anyone that's in their life, to really try and understand the illness, because you can be such a huge support to them when they're not in a great place. So before I'm going off on a tangent again. So frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. That's number 1. What do we mean? What does this mean? So what does abandonment mean? Well, abandonment really means kind of someone just literally leaving you, being left alone, being forgotten. I sometimes sort of have things like unloved, unwanted, rejected, hated. You know, those are my sort of words that I come up when I think of abandonment. So if you have BPD, there's this real kind of almost like this core belief that you have that you are going to be abandoned, that people are going to leave you, that people are going to wise up and find out, you know, how you really are, and you've got this constant thought in your head that they are going to leave you. So when we're talking about real abandonment, so this could be that actually in your life someone has actually abandoned you and you are fearful that this is going to happen again. So it might be that the people in your life that you love, that you're close to, you put a lot of effort with them, you might even adapt to fit around them to make them, you know, like you more. You might, you know, show a different side to your personality or make up a side of your personality to keep them with you so they don't abandon you. This fear of abandonment is so strong with BPD that it really does kind of have a huge effect on your behaviour, making you become quite either obsessed with people, or you know, if they suddenly do something wrong, you know, then if you do something wrong, you're scared they're going to leave you. So real abandonment, you know, you could have been abandoned as a child, you could have been, you know, even just abandoned by your partner or someone in your family, let down by a parent, let down by a guardian, and you have this fear of abandonment. So you'll do whatever you can to keep that person there. And even if you haven't had real abandonment issues, with BPD you still have this feeling. It comes from this sort of void, this sort of emptiness. I'll talk about that in another video. So if you're imagining that people are if you're imagining that people are abandoning you, you could be constantly, daily, over and over and over again, worrying about that person leaving you. And it's imagined in your head because they're probably sitting right beside you and they love you unconditionally, and they care about you and they support you through your illness and all of this kind of stuff. But you still have this imagined thoughts that, you know, disturbed thoughts again, imagining that they're going to leave you. And it might be that your behaviour changes towards them because, you know, you're constantly thinking they're going to leave you. So you might even say to them, well, you know, I don't trust you, I don't think you love me, I don't and all of this is coming from your own fears that they are going to leave you. There's this really famous thing, and I believe, please someone in the comments tell me where this is from because I've forgotten, but I wanted to say it. I remember when and sorry, I keep saying this, but when I first got diagnosed, I read this quote, this line, really sort of sums up BPD, and it's, "I hate you, but don't leave me." So, okay, I'll expand on that. So you can be really angry with that person. This imagined abandonment, you can be really angry towards them. You think they're going to leave you, so it's real. But even though it's imagined in your head, your disturbed thoughts are making it real. You're then going to but your behaviour will be kind of making them stay. But actually, you sometimes you want to be without them. So you might say, "I hate you," but actually, no, I don't. And this is a real common thing with BPD, that the anger might come out because of this imagined threat of abandonment, but actually inside they're so terrified of losing you that they're kind of like, "Actually, don't leave me." And I've said this to my boyfriend many times. We've worked things out, we've got our own little systems in place when I go into an episode, but before it was kind of like, what is going on? And I'd scream at him, "I'd hate you, you're this," I'd call him a C word and an F word and all of this kind of stuff. But I would be begging him, like, afterwards, "Don't leave me, please don't leave me." So your behaviour can be massively affected in that sense, that your thoughts are so disturbed about your fears of abandonment that it actually will affect your behaviour as well. So I hope that's explained the first part of the signs and symptoms. Please put any comments, questions down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please join me tomorrow for day 6. Thank you for watching. Take care.